Hi everybody, today's video will we'll cast on the machine starting with the white needle, one in the front, one in the back for the first row. My machine is not stable, it's because it's not attached to my table because I do video and I have to switch place during the video. So I do that for the first row, one in front, one in back, till I reach my starting point. When it's happened, I just go and put the yarn in the yarn feeder and I will crank for 5 rows. Then I will cut the yarn, put that in the middle, and with the working yarn, my project yarn, I will go put that in the yarn feeder and the tension, and I will crank for 44 not 44, 54 rows. 54 rows. Put that in your notebook. So I will crank like this till I reach 54. When I reach 54, I will cut the yarn, put that in the middle, bring my waste yarn again, and crank it for 5 rows. And it's supposed to remove by itself. But in this case, it doesn't work that way. So that's why it's always safe to have a loom hook close to you when you do that. Look what happened. It's supposed to release all the stitches, but in this case it doesn't work like this. So I have to remove it manually with my loom hook or my pick. I don't know how to say it in English. There. Remove stitch by stitch, each one of them. Be careful not to pull too much on it because you still your stitches to stay attached to your project to be easier to close it at the end. So almost finished. The last one here is easier when I reach the yarn feeder. So it's time to stretch. I will go the opposite way of my tail of yarn, and with the hook number 5 I will go and close my rows. So you could see the orange. I will put the one in the middle, reach the one on the side, slip stitch, and then I will go like this, slip stitch. I will go and do that all the way till I reach the other end. As you could see, the gray yarn, it's the opposite color of my project yarn because it will make my stitches to be easier to find. With my hook, I will get each one, because if you miss one, you will end up with a drop stitch and you don't want it. So I will put that a little bit faster. There. If you're not comfortable with hook for now, you could go and check in the video description. I have 5 different ways to close tube, so maybe it could help. There. It will help till you get more comfortable with a hook. There. Almost finished. I will slow down when I get to the end. So I will close the same way both sides. Arrive at the end. Very important. Grab all the stitches, and with the tail of yarn I close my row. It look like this. So time to remove the waste yarn. To remove the waste yarn, it's very important to remove manually the first row. The first row, it's the one that we cast on at the beginning by hand. So that's why we have to remove this part by hand. There, almost finished. And when you remove all the first row, you'll be able to roll it and save that yarn for another project for later. Like this. There. I see one live stitch on the corner. I will grab it after. So I will close the same thing here. Same way here. So time to hide those tail. See the stitches here. So with the hook I will go grab the stitch and close it with the tail of yarn. Hide it between the two layers. And my rectangle will be ready to do my slippers. Well, fold it in half and time to do the mattress stitch. To do the mattress stitch, we have to make sure that we have 2 columns each side, and I will grab 2 bar on one side, 2 bar on the other side. Very important to stay always on the same column to prevent twists in our project. So this way it will be an invisible seam at the end. So when I say 2 bar, you see here, I go in the middle of the V, the middle of the stitch, grab the 2 bar like this, and go on the other side. If you decide to do 1-1, it's okay too, but don't go with 3-3. It's not a good idea. 2-2, it's okay. So I will continue like this. I stay on the same column. There. Almost finished. And it will be time to pull on it. You see, I don't pull before I reach the end, because if I made a mistake and I go out of the column that I was supposed to follow, it will be easy to remove and start over. So I pull on it and I will do another pull, but be careful not to lose this little tail here because it's not attached, and you will end up to start that over. So I will go pick it, create a loop, and put the yarn in it, and I did between the 2 layers like this. There. See, invisible seam, very nice. So I will attach a double knot on the other side. There. There. Same thing here. Prevent the twist. Make sure you have your 2 columns side by side. And you will do the same thing with your wool needle. Grab 2 on the side, 2 on the other side. If you have any question, you could ask in the comment. I will be more than happy to answer it. Usually I answer the same day. If it's happened I miss your message, just repost it and I will answer it. There. I'm always happy to answer questions. There. Grab 2. Stay on the same column. And you see I don't pull too tight on my yarn, just in case I do a mistake that I have to restart over. Will be easier that way. There. Pull, pull, pull. Be careful. Create a loop, put your yarn through it. Hide it in the double layer. And the same thing here. I will do a double knot and I did between the two there. I do the exact same thing both sides. I did and cut the excess. Ta-da! It's time to prepare your cord like this. So now with the hook number 5, I will go and start one chain of 90 rows. 90 rows. If you're not comfortable making it, just go and choose some thicker yarn that match your slippers and you'll be just fine. Don't worry. 4. And when you reach 90, you will cut the yarn and just go like this through, and that's it. You got your cord. You will need to make 2 like this. But like I said, if you're not comfortable, use thicker yarn. There. And we're going through every 2 stitch wide. 1, 2. And I will continue like this. Almost finished. Reach the end. Now, doesn't look like a slipper yet, I know. It's time to cut the cord. There, and with a toothbrush that I always carry on my desk, I will go, not the toothbrush, the wool needle, remove the little twist in the yarn, prepare it for my toothbrush, and with the toothbrush I will go like this. There. There. So with my plastic feet, I will go foot. I'll go there, attach it. They are bigger than the plastic feet that I have. So it'll look like this. Ta-da! It's done and it fits size 9 for men. So see you next week for a new video. Hope you enjoyed this one. And ciao ciao. Stay safe. Play with yarn.